for smuggling petty things when they steal billions. I am sure even recently there's somebody who was killed, and every month or every week people get killed for smuggling across the border. But in the meantime, every year Museveni and his people steal 10 trillion shillings from the people of Uganda. Let me make this easy to understand. I did not say 10 million. I did not say 10 billion. I said 10 trillion. There is, listen to this, yo. There is 1,000 million in 1 billion. And there is 1,000 billion in 1 trillion.
1,000 billion.
You get it? Now, there is still not 1 trillion, but 10 trillion every year. That is 10,000 billion that they steal. Now, that means, that is only 1 year, by the way. That means in 5 years, they steal 50 trillion shillings of taxpayers' money. But you have not had anybody shooting Museveni's family or anybody around him. That money that is being... No, these are the records from the Inspector General of Government. These are government records. And the IGG said when they pursue the thieves, they hide behind Museveni's back. These are words of the IGG. And as if that is not enough, according to parliamentary records, Museveni and his household, they spend 2 billion every day. 2 billion every day. Now I want you to imagine how much change that money can make. A health center is eaten by his family every day. The money that they steal can make all the roads in Uganda in a matter of 3 years. But the TVs will not tell you that. The radios will not tell you that, because all those are controlled. Now, I am very glad that in the last 5 years, between 2021 and now, we have been able to expose that. That is why I believe that everybody's eyes are open now. And to confirm that the people have opened their eyes, we have not given anybody a free t-shirt today. We have not given anybody transport today. We have not given you food today. But see how many people are here. Now that we have our eyes open, what next? Ask your friend, what next? Before we talk about change, before you talk about change, before you even talk about the election, I want you to know that the numbers you see here are the same numbers that we heard in Busoga, in Tororo, in Busia, in Lango, in Acholi, in Ankole, in Uganda, everywhere. All regions and all tribes in Uganda want change. But before we get that change, my brothers and sisters, the most important thing that we must do is to unite. It is to unite. It's to understand that we are all slaves. And we must come together and break the prison where Museveni and his politics have put us. For 40 years they've divided us. For 40 years they've taught us that we are not supposed to be friends or work together because we are coming from different tribes. Museveni has done that like the white colonialists divide and rule. And our division is even sponsored. He is always playing one tribe against another, getting one community to blame the other. He will be picking a few people from every community. He gives them money and hires them to paint a picture that that side all people want Museveni. I'll give you one example. A few years ago, Museveni picked a young lady from here. They went to Chankwanzi and she knelt down and he said, Muzei, the people of Koboko told me help them, and they come back again and again. And he paid her money. And he used her. And she went to TV and said, we have the Maje. We can torture the people of Uganda. And he rewarded her with an empty post of a minister. But that is how he has always been using our people. And after using her, he dumped her like he does to all people. He does that not only here. He uses people from Buganda, people from Ankole, people from Lango, and everywhere in the country. Meanwhile, their people are suffering. That sister said one time that she's the gateway to Koboko, and if you don't go through her, you cannot come to Koboko. Now we are in Koboko. I say we are in Koboko. Very importantly, brothers and sisters, I will also tell you this. Until we come together and until we feel each other's pain, and until we understand that all of us are equal, they are still going to humiliate us. In a new Uganda, the first thing we are going to do is to reduce the power of the president. In a new Uganda, the president will no longer be the one appointing judges. We shall have a judicial service commission that appoints judges, so that the president does not control the courts. In a new Uganda, the president will have no power to appoint the electoral commission, so that we can have free and fair elections. Today, Mr. Byabakama, who is the chairperson of the electoral commission, will watch on TV where we are supposed to campaign in a region, but NRM goons will come, beat people, but again he will send police to arrest us. Those are things that we have to change in a new Uganda. The wealth of the country will benefit the country and not individuals. In a new Uganda, areas like Koboko, which are near borders, that will be a blessing and not a curse. For example, in a new Uganda, Congo will not be our enemy, Congo will be our friend. In a new Uganda, we shall not be at war with Congo, we shall be in business. Now imagine when there's friendship and smooth business running around those borders. We will be getting double benefit. I'll give you an example. The border bike in Congo is at 3.5, but when you cross to Uganda, it's almost 6 million. But because of the bad relationship that we have here, the Uganda government keeps arresting Congolese bikes here. That is why the same now is beginning to happen to us across Congo. In the new Uganda, education for our children is going to be a very, very important focus. A while ago, our children spent more than 1 month not going to school because teachers were not being paid. Meanwhile, the money that is supposed to be to pay our teachers, Museveni is paying singers to sing to Bonganawe for him. In the new Uganda, the government will be spending not on police patrol cars but on medical ambulances. We will be stocking oxygen, not tear gas. We are going to be buying tablets for hospitals and not bullets for shooting our people. In the new Uganda, we are not going to focus on the small thieves and leave around the big thieves. In the new Uganda, even when smuggling is not accepted, it will be punished by simple imprisonment, not killing our people. As a matter of fact, in the new Uganda, the government will plan on how to have these young people employed so that they don't have to get lost in smuggling. And we shall establish moral protocols to allow cross-border trade so that our people can develop from that trade, because human beings are traders. But you know why Museveni is not doing that? Because he does not care about you. For Museveni, what is important is to stay in the power, not to develop easy people. Museveni has been in power for 40 years. Pause for a minute and think about it. 40 years. 99% of you have never seen another president in your life. So when I tell you these things, you will not believe me. Let me tell you, for example, when you want to fly to Congo from here, from Koboko, you have to drive 8 or 10 hours up to Entebbe so that you can get 1 hour flight to Congo. After 40 years in power. After 40 years in power. 40 years in power, Museveni has not done anything, only stealing from us. You have heard Museveni criticizing the past leaders. Museveni has criticized the Obote and Amin. But majority of the roads that we are using were constructed by Idi Amin. Majority of the hospitals and schools today were constructed by either Obote or Idi Amin. All of the buildings that we have across the world, in UK, in America, some of them that are being sold by Museveni's officials, they were bought by Idi Amin. Now, Amin was in power for only 8 years. Museveni was in, Obote was in power for only 10 years. Museveni has been in power for 40 years. 40 years. He had good ideas when he was a young man. But we must understand that the man is now a problem and a liability to our country. His future is already behind him. The man cannot even walk properly. The man cannot talk properly. The man cannot think properly. No wonder right now he thinks he owns everything. He even owns the Indian Ocean. Now that's a problem we have in Uganda. But we have a plan here. I've already told you that young people across the country think like you and have the same problems like you. And our idea is for all of us to unite and speak with one voice like this. If we unite and speak with one voice, all this is going to be history. So, on the 15th of January, we have an opportunity. We have an opportunity which is not even violent, but it is more powerful than violence. I want you to imagine if all of you, especially the young people, if all of us came together and we spoke firmly through our vote. And not only speak firmly, but stand there and make sure that vote is counted. Brothers and sisters, we can change this country once and for all, forever. 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 It has been 40 years. The man has stolen away all our young and productive years. He took away the time for our grandparents. He took away the time for our parents. Now he has taken away our time. I am older than majority of you. But I was only 4 years when Museveni took over Uganda. 4 years. Now I'm almost becoming a grandfather. Now look at these young people here. If we don't change now, be sure that your child will come after 20 years teaching her age or his age the same things I'm speaking now. Meanwhile, we shall have lost another generation. They teach us that every generation has a responsibility. And that responsibility is to plan for the next generation. Every generation must discover its mission and decide whether to betray that mission or to fulfill that mission. The young people of Koboko, You see this thing I'm holding in my hand? This is our mission. This is our tribe. This is our religion. This is our responsibility. This flag of Uganda, we inherited it from our forefathers. When we were chasing away the white colonialists, our grandfathers came together from different parts of Uganda. All tribes and all religions and all genders. They started an independent country called Uganda, and their dream was to have that country that would fulfill dreams of their grandchildren and give them dignity. Uganda has been independent for 63 years. Out of those 63 years, Museveni has taken 40. He has sold everything that Obote left and everything that Amin left. He has destroyed all the industries. He has elevated the foreigners and the citizens have become slaves. And after doing that, after reducing us to slaves in our country, now he's saying he wants to protect his gains. What an insult. What a joke. What a humiliation. For some of you here who are Muslims, you know that in Museveni's Uganda it is a crime to be a Muslim. When you go to CMI, when you go to all those torture chambers, you will find 99 of them are Muslims. Why? Because he's scared of people that are strong-willed. I am telling you this not so that you can support me, but so that you can open your eyes. I'm telling you this so that you can understand that not only you are suffering, but the Baganda suffering, the Basoka suffering,